Yes. Excellent. As one would say. Will you say something real quick for me? Mm, no. Oh, I know why it's not working again. I like hate and love this at the same time. Give me 1 second, everybody. I know you can't hear Jesse. What is that status? I want to. Thank you. All right, say something.
Can you hear me now?
Ah, yes. There it is. There it is.
Danger, Will Robinson.
Oh my god. Let me throw away my corn dog sticks in the trash. Woo!
Yeah? Is that how you
Yeah.
really feel?
Yeah, a little bit, yeah. Gotta put my phone on silent before people hear my wonderful ringtones and text tones that are all Star Wars.
Oh, somebody's Pikachu.
Oh, I'm more thinking like someone I know texting me because I have very specific text tones for people and they're all Star Wars. I have Kenneth's ringtone set as the Bad Batch theme, and there every time he calls me, I just want to let it go to voicemail just so I can listen to it. But then I'm like, what if it's an emergency and he's like dying or something?
You should change that so that urge isn't there.
Gotta,
Seems like a bad idea.
gotta, get it all started and stuff. Just gotta make sure that he's okay. I should probably take this time to look up the characters I want to draw for today's show.
Yeah, it might be a good idea. Since
Sure.
we got a few minutes.
I'm sorry for all the tippy taps, everybody. I can't control that.
Tippy taps. It's okay.
Is it though?
I don't think anyone minds.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Okay. Mm.
So I woke up at 5 this morning, and I walked into the living room, and you know how we've got those glass double doors leading outside?
Yes.
So I flipped on the light, and there was this fine powder that was all over everything. And had I not known what was going on, I would have thought it was snow. But it was sleet. And I don't know how long it had been sleeting at 5 a.m. when I first looked at it. So I, as per tradition, I took off my socks and I walked out into it. And I got my first and probably only taste of winter that we're gonna have up here.
Well, we had like a few inches of snow the other day, and then now it's melting away because of the rain. And
Yeah.
then we just had like a gust of 60-mile-an-hour hit this poor little trailer. I thought I was going to tip over. Even the cats were like, "Fuck, we're screwed. We're screwed."
Well, I'm glad you didn't. I don't
Yeah,
know
that would have
which
been.
problem I'd rather have. Because I don't know if I'm going to get into my car Tuesday morning.
Oh.
Might be a problem.
Teensy little problem there.
Yeah.
Uh-oh. This is
Yeah,
strange.
I might be doing the old hot water over the car handle trick.
Just don't do hot water.
Well, that's for windows. I would never do that, but the door handle should be fine, right? Because it's not glass.
I don't think so. I just wouldn't do boiling water. I would do
Oh, well, no,
like
I wouldn't do boiling water.
like lukewarm water on that door handle because it won't take much to melt that ice.
See, it's still sleeting. It's gonna be pretty thick ice by Tuesday morning. Oh, I might do it Monday night, maybe.
Pretty thick, Jesse. Pretty thick.
Yeah, it's pretty thick.
Pretty thick. With 2 or 3 C's. Oh my gosh, I have to admit I don't really know. I got 2 characters right in my search bar. I really don't know who else to try. That's not true. I got one more. I don't know how I would do it. I might know how to do it, maybe.
Go
Yeah,
for it, Melly.
we'll
Challenge
work for it.
yourself.
We'll work with it. If it doesn't work
Okay.
out, it doesn't work out. Oh, I got another one. Damn.
I believe in you.
Dude, I problem is, Jesse, is that I have to believe in myself.
Well, it's something I can't help you with.
That's very rude, and I take no offense to that. Oh,
Mm.
that's another one.
It's both rude
Wham.
and you take no offense. How odd.
Yes.
Mm.
How did I forget about this character? I am dumb AF. Nobody answer that. Especially if Whitney's in chat right now. Don't you dare
Whitney is
answer.
not in chat right now.
She better not
You're
be.
solid.
Am I solid though?
Yeah,
Am I?
for now.
Oh, let me just pull up the image for this character and then we can get started if you'd like.
Okay. Wasn't there a creature in this art from last week? Or am I misremembering?
You are misremembering because there is
Okay.
no creature in this art.
Okay. I thought you had started on the basic outline of something in the background, but maybe I'm remembering something else.
Mountain rocks.
Well, yeah, I remembered that, but
I think I was originally going to put something in and then I decided against it.
okay.
Because things and reasons and things. Anyway, I got my characters ready. So let us get started. Welcome back, everybody, to the panel protagonists. I'm Melly.
Yes.
And today we will be talking about Echo and upcoming future MCU shows, Marvel Cinematic Universe shows, because apparently that's going to be a big thing this year for Marvel Cinematic Universe.
That's what they hope.
Today's stream will be a guessing game for those of you who are first joining the stream. The guessing game is you have to guess who I am drawing. It is always based off of the stream that I do. So today it will be Marvel characters. They will be drawn as slimes. So maybe a touch of difficulty, but I'm not gonna make it that difficult, Jesse. Um, so you have to guess before Jesse guesses. And if you are part of the panel protagonist Discord server, you will get XP if you can guess the character before Jesse can guess the character. Now, these guessing games isn't just you make a guess and hope for the best. You can ask questions and I can answer questions. It's going to be like a guess who kind of thing when it comes to these guessing games. You just have to guess before Jesse guesses. The points today will be worth 100 points per character. And yeah. So good luck, everybody in chat. And I shall take it to Jesse for Jesse's breaking news.
Okay, so very short breaking news segment today, but I wanted to touch up on a couple of things that happened over the week. This week, we got a couple of new, out of the blue, really, Star Wars announcements. We knew these were coming, but they kind of just were random middle of the week announcements anyway. First, we got an announcement that Ahsoka Season 2 is confirmed, and they're beginning production soon.
I find
Is it
that weird.
weird?
Yeah, because I thought it was originally just gonna be a one and done season.
Well, so here's where the second announcement comes in, and it kind of has me confused a little bit. So they also announced the Mandalorian and Grogu movie, and originally the plan had been that Dave Filoni was going to wrap up the stories of the Mandalorian and Ahsoka and somebody else I'm misremembering right now into this one supposed to be big old grand movie. Oh, it was Boba Fett. And I guess that's not the plan now. At least that's how it seems. Because it would seem, unless Ahsoka Season 2 premieres before this Mandalorian movie, that the Mandalorian would end and Ahsoka would carry on. I don't know, but I guess we'll find out soon-ish.
I don't know how I feel about that, but okay.
Yeah, I mean, Dave Filoni has a master plan. I thought we knew what it was, but perhaps he's changed the master plan.
I
I'm I'm a
mean,
I'm a little bit afraid because I did see in the announcement that Kathleen Kennedy is attached to the movie, which has me just a little bit scared. But what can you do?
with the
Anyway,
Klondike bar?
that's what would you do?
Oh, so
Moving on.
Jesse, what will you
Um,
do?
yeah. Moving on to news that affects this platform. Matt Pat, longtime YouTube content creator, announced on Tuesday that he is leaving the creation thing, the whole thing. He's no longer going to be a content creator, and he is joining a long list of YouTubers who are leaving or severely reducing their time on the platform. Um, if you are a longtime viewer of Matt Pat, the game theorist, or if you just happen to be constantly on YouTube like I am, you probably saw all the reactions. People were, just in general very down about the fact that he's leaving. There's a very long video on YouTube that he posted that explains basically his reasons why.
It's a
Uh,
there's so many rumors, and like TikTok for me has blown up, and I had gone to Reddit because I had seen it and went, "There's no way," and then I found out that yes, it is. There is a way, and
yep.
I'm just like, well, but I also understand because they're human. They need breaks too.
Yep. He's leaving, but he's leaving for very good personal reasons. He's leaving to, actually spend quality personal time with his family. So good for him. And then finally today, we have a good segue into today's topic. On Thursday, Marvel decided to make the Netflix Defenders saga canon. So if you guys remember from, gosh, I don't know, 2012
No,
onwards,
do not
uh,
fucking remember.
that's okay because a lot of people didn't watch it. Netflix had
Oh,
a series of Marvel shows that were at the time not considered canon. It was Jessica Jones, Iron Fist, Luke Cage, one that brought them all together called The Defenders, and one I'm forgetting.
oh,
And we all
hey,
the Punisher, the
that
Punisher,
never fucking happens.
uh, and never happens. And we all just assumed that they would carry on in perpetuity as non-canon shows, even though they are canonical characters. But Marvel was like, you know, we really want to fuck with the timeline. So, so we're gonna make these shows canon now. Have fun with that. So
good luck.
yeah, so now the entire Defender saga is canon, and we can, assume that everything that happened in those shows is going to bleed over somewhat into the movies that are coming out for the next couple of phases, the shows that are actually the Daredevil show is already having its turn, because he's already showing up in new shows. He's getting his own that we're going to talk about here in a little bit, and it is the same actor. And there's another actor from those Netflix shows that's coming in as well. So
I messed up.
So yeah, Netflix Marvel canon now. And with that, we will get into today's segment. So I just wanted to open with a brief explainer here, because if you guys have kind of dropped out of the whole MCU thing, which I would not blame you for at all. I know we're all kind of superhero weary. Marvel's trying really hard to make this Disney Plus presence a thing. I don't know. I'm sure they see the problems they're having with their full budget movies right now, because they've only gone down to one theatrical release for 2024. It's Deadpool, but they're whole hog going in on the Disney Plus shows, not just for this year, but for the next couple of years. And I wonder if that's because they see their movies failing, or because they have had such a hard time scheduling production, or if it's actually like a Disney thing and they're becoming too expensive. I don't know. Maybe time will tell.
Know.
Well, that's possible. The world might never know. So I just wanted to, open with that. So if you're kind of confused, you left the MCU. The rest of us
get in line.
Yeah, so if you left the MCU thing in like 2017 and you're coming back and you're like, where are all the movies? Well, there aren't any for now.
Oh.
They're all on Disney Plus. Sorry.
Casey, baby, I need you to either be on your bed. Don't you fucking drink my coffee? Get over.
Melly is having cat problems.
He's trying to steal my coffee.
The cat is trying to steal your coffee?
The cat is trying to steal my coffee.
That's a weird cat.
Wouldn't be the first time I caught him drinking my coffee.
Man, I've had some weird cats in my lifetime, but not one that's ever drank my caffeinated beverage.
Well, these are strange
that would be a
times,
first.
Jesse. These are strange times.
All right. Well, let's just get into the slate.
The meat of our stream.
Mm-hmm.
No.
So keep in mind, guys, that not every show that we're going to talk about today has a release date. Actually, quite a few of them don't. But they have been announced as being green lit or already in some stage of production. So we're just going to go and assume at this point that these shows are all going to release at some point in the future, beginning with the one that released this week, which is, if you were here pre-stream, our title card, Echo. And this is a character that first was introduced very, very briefly, if anyone watched this one, in the Hawkeye show. She showed up.
Hold up. Hawkeye had his own show?
Hawkeye had his own show.
What the hell?
It was like a 7 or 8 episode show 2 or 3 years ago. I can't remember when exactly that one was. About kind of what happens to him after the blip. Um, and it introduces a couple of characters.
Oh,
And one of them is Maya Lopez, aka Echo. And what Marvel has done with Echo is they have done this experiment where they are trying to see, sort of in conjunction with Deadpool, how a R-rated Marvel project will go over. Now,
oh,
obviously, Echo and Deadpool are very, very different because Deadpool has, he's the merc with the mouth, and everyone expects that to be raunchy and gore filled and, every good thing that Deadpool has in his arsenal. Whereas Echo was kind of an unknown, I think, to an awful lot of people. So they created this new, I don't know, production unit called Spotlight. So if you watch Echo,
what the
this
heck?
spotlight thing shows up in front of the opening card,
Who
the
is
title card.
Echo? Like,
So
what's
Echo,
her?
yeah, so she is a Native American girl who gets orphaned, and she gets adopted, kinda taken in.
Kinda.
She doesn't. It's not an
Okay.
official adoption, but she gets taken in by Vincent D'Onofrio's character called Kingpin.
Oh no.
And Kingpin is a well-known bad guy in the comics for sure. He has shown up in
Oh
the
no.
Netflix series, a couple of them.
The Defenders.
He showed up in Daredevil,
And the wait.
Luke Cage, I think. I'm trying to remember if he showed up in Jessica Jones. I honestly don't remember. But he's a pretty big Daredevil bad guy. He has in the comics, if you're a comic reader, he also shows up an awful lot in Spider-Man. And he crosses over with, nobody is going to remember this one. This is a deep cut, but Elektra, if you guys remember that one.
So I know who Elektra is, and I know
Okay.
that she was in the MCU, and I only know this because, shocker, my husband told me.
So she was only in the MCU before it was really the MCU that we know. She was in the previous iteration of Daredevil that was played by Batfleck.
Oh,
So not canonical MCU. Yep. So this show is all about how she she struggles to find her presence in this very violent part of the MCU's New York City that
oh,
we really don't see much in the
oh.
other MCU productions. It's the sort of mob-esque part of New York City that you don't really see unless you're watching some of the other Spider-Man productions.
Oh, okay.
Her powers are based on this. Um, uh, how do I describe this? Actually, it's an ancestral power that she, at least in the show, she doesn't really know how to activate, but it comes through her hands. Um,
Like, are we talking about like beams? Are we talking about like
no, no,
telekinesis?
it's the way that it's portrayed in the show. It's all at least so far. It's all been sort of situational.
Oh,
So there's an instance where she needs extra strength, so it comes through that way. It's
oops.
bordering on mutant-esque powers. She's never been a mutant before that I can recall, but we'll see if she becomes that. The Daredevil's already been in the show. He was in episode 1. So there's that tie in there. It's stupid violent. This show is so violent, but badass. And I hope they do more with this character, because I really liked how she was portrayed. I like the actress a lot. And
Did they
she'll...
actually
Good.
did they actually hire a Native American to portray
Yeah. Let me look her up real quick if I can figure out how to spell her first name, because it's kind of hard. Her first name is Alakwa.
Okay.
Alakwa.
I was
There we
gonna
go.
I was gonna make some offhanded comment, but I'll wait till the end of stream to laugh about it.
Yes, they did. Where is this reservation? I'm gonna mispronounce this. I'm sorry, y'all. Terribly sorry. I mean no offense. Menominee. I've never heard of that one, but it's in Wisconsin. Menominee.
Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting. Also,
Yeah.
I don't know if there's anybody in chat, but I don't have chat up.
There appears to be no one in chat right now.
Oh,
Yeah. I
that makes me sad.
deliberately haven't guessed this one because I knew what it was the second you started putting the lines on it.
Well, I guess there's well, I don't know what to
I'll
say to
save
that.
I'll save my guess until we get to... Well, we're already there, so I might as well make my guess. That's a good segue. This is the Black Panther.
This is the Black Panther.
Yes. And our
Yes.
next show on the docket is one you wanted to talk about a little bit. So the next show up doesn't have a release date, but it is called Eyes of Wakanda.
Yeah. What's that about?
So all we know right now is that it's probably going to be about the backstory of Okoye. And if you guys saw the second Black Panther movie, we did get a little bit of Okoye's backstory. Like 2/3 of the way through the movie, if I remember right. I
In the
don't
second
remember
movie?
what the backstory... Yeah.
Interesting.
During the attack on Wakanda. She gives a little bit of her backstory. I think it was Okoye. Maybe it was her teacher. Now that I think about it. In either case.
He's just like, nope, I don't remember. Nope.
In either case, the show is supposedly about that, but nothing has been confirmed.
Be interesting.
So it's probably going to be a prequel. If it was about Koye, that would be amazing, but anything that expands the lore of Wakanda is gonna be a hit. For sure.
Yes.
People love that shit.
Yes, they do.
Sorry, I have to take a drink of my Wawa. I don't know if Ryan Coogler is going to have any connection to this one. He's the director from both of the Black Panther movies. I would kind of be surprised if he did, because that seems like a much smaller project for him at this point. But it would be cool if he popped in.
He's got to pay the bills somehow.
Well, he's Ryan Coogler. He's had a lot of hits by this point. So yeah, no release date yet on that one, but look forward to it, because I can't imagine that one not going forward. It's just, that's way too popular. Too much potential in that one.
Too much.
Next.
Did you just say too much wasted potential?
No, too much potential.
Okay. I was like, Jesse,
Inferring there's too much potential to waste.
trying to anger the entire
To let it
fandom in
go.
one video.
No, I would never.
No.
So the next one I wanted to talk about is going to premiere. This one's probably the next one that's going to premiere, to be honest. It's Agatha Darkhold Diaries. And if you guys watched WandaVision, this is a spin-off of WandaVision. You watched WandaVision, right?
Yes, that was the one where she was like in that town, right?
Yeah.
Living her life
Yes.
as like a weird oldie sitcom kind of.
Yes!
Okay. Yes.
I love that
watched.
concept so much, by the way. Whoever thought that up, it was a great idea.
Well, I mean,
So, Agatha is going to be all about Agatha Harkness as Catherine Hahn's character. She has, in the comics, a fairly large role for both Wanda and the Fantastic Four. So I don't know if this is going to roll in any way to the Fantastic Four movie, which we know is coming. We just don't know when. If it didn't at all, that would be fine because it would get kind of messy. But yes, it really would, because it involves retconning what they said about Wanda's children in WandaVision. And I don't think they want to do that at this point.
Yeah, probably not.
Yeah.
Probably not a great idea.
Yeah. Even though this show is closer than most to premiering, we don't know a whole lot about the actual plot of the show. We know most of the cast, but there seems to have been a little bit of development hell with Agatha. It's had 2 or 3 name changes, which is odd for a television show.
What the heck?
Yeah.
Interesting.
In fact, its original title suggested that the story was going to be about Agatha's original coven. The original title was Agatha Coven of Chaos. And then they changed it to nope, can't remember the second title.
Wow.
It's gone, but it wasn't important.
It wasn't? Okay.
It didn't give anything away. This one is slated for late 2024 is what they have it down as. So who knows what that is. Could be holiday 2024. Could be fall 2024. Who knows? I hope it doesn't get pushed back, but we'll see. Next, we have a show that we know virtually nothing about, but I wouldn't be surprised. I know, but I wouldn't be surprised if this one kind of follows or precedes very closely the Wakanda show. So this one is just called Ironheart at this point. I don't know if it's going to change titles. Ironheart is a character that got introduced in the second Black Panther movie. This is Riri Williams' character. And she's kind of, I hate to put her in this spotlight, but she's kind of a younger female version of Tony Stark. She's got that suit. That iron suit. Yeah, she's got an iron suit that she made herself. You know, she's kind of that spunky, do-it-yourself,
it doesn't
build it
surprise
all.
me with her character, honestly.
Yeah. So since we first met her in the second Black Panther movie, that's why I think it's probably going to run very close to that Wakanda show. We know nothing about this other than her bad guy, because they've cast her bad guy, and that's it. It's very strange to know.
What the? Okay.
Yeah, her bad guy is called the Hood,
So
which
original.
I don't know anything about that bad guy, but yeah, that's all we know, and no release date, obviously. So keep your eyes on that one. Next, we have the Arisen Daredevil Born Again. This poor show has gone through it. It has gone through 3 directors.
Oh my. No, really?
Yeah.
Jeez.
Yeah.
That's a
So this
shame.
is one of the ones though that has benefited from the Netflix shows becoming
That would
canon.
be Captain America. Ding ding
Oh,
ding ding
good
ding ding
job.
ding.
I didn't even see that. Oh, it was at the bottom of my screen. It was too hidden. Good job. So, for those of you who did watch the Netflix shows, Daredevil Born Again is bringing back the original Daredevil and the original Punisher. So John Bernthal coming back as the Punisher. And we still have our friendly neighborhood Daredevil, who's popped up. I mean, they can't recast him at this point. He's popped up in like 4 shows and not done a damn thing with his own show. So he's got to do something at this point.
No.
It's it's also lost its lead writers.
That's a shame.
Halfway through, I know.
Anytime I hear that a show has lost their lead writers, I automatically think that show's gonna bump. Like down. That's why I'm really this is kind of odd topic, but that's why I'm really skeptical about the Avatar Netflix series because
yes, I feel the same.
They bounced and I'm very like I said, I'm very skeptical on
I feel the same.
So to hear that this show has also had its lead writers bounce does not bode well for the show itself. So ooh, that's like a
I really
thing.
want this one to be good because Daredevil was probably the best Netflix Marvel show.
Whoa.
Out of the bunch, in my opinion.
You are gonna
Daredevil
have
was the
to.
best.
You're like way up at the top. I'm gonna need you somewhere around the 30% tile of.
Okay.
Don't you take that tone with me?
So recently, the actor for Kingpin, Vincent D'Onofrio, did give like a little interview to a podcast, and he gave an update to the development of the show after the lead writers and its second director left, and said
Wait,
that
hold up. Did you just say second director?
Second director, yeah, it's on its 3rd director now.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
How bad is the development of this show that they had?
I think at one point they had to restart development because the second director came in and scrapped it.
Oh, he didn't just try to change the entire.
No. No, yes, that's what he did. He scrapped it and started over.
Oh my god.
Yeah. But I think that was what Marvel ultimately wanted because it was like screened to Marvel execs or something, and they didn't like the direction, so he started over. Something like that.
Oh my god, that does not bode well for that show.
Anyway, the update was that apparently Marvel is committed to the show, and I don't know if that is because they just made these other shows canonical, or if they're now too invested in the character, given that he has shown up in 4 other shows. Yeah. But, if he does show up in his own show eventually,
I need
That'd
a
be great.
soundboard. That's what I fucking need.
As a
Need a
A
soundboard.
soundboard would be great. I thought about buying one once, and then I looked at the price and I was like, nah. Not gonna do that.
You're just
And no
like,
thanks.
I'm poor. Thank you,
Yeah.
this card.
If this show ever does make it to Disney Plus, it is also going to be released under Marvel Spotlight. So similar to Echo, it is going to be violent and bloody. And since it is going to have John Bernthal's Punisher in it, I would expect nothing less. I would hope that
Gore?
the powers that be don't try to uh, power down
What kind of
the
holiness do you
Punisher.
think is gonna happen with that statement?
Well, I don't know, but it's the Punisher, dude. So he
The
better not.
Marvel gods will come down and
The powers
smite
that be.
thee with the powers of Thor!
I don't know, man. John Favreau's gonna be like, his whiskers are twitching somewhere, like somebody's talking about my show.
Ah, yes. We get canceled. It's like I heard you were talking shit. Joke's on you.
Anyway, Daredevil, given its problems, has no release date at
Of course not.
the moment. Yeah.
Of course not.
I hazard a guess that they probably wanted it to premiere already, given how many shows he has popped up in. So I wonder if it's partially being rewritten because it hasn't premiered where they wanted it to premiere.
Oh.
So maybe they screwed up their own story.
Oh no.
Yeah.
That's
Anyway,
wow. Okay. Mm.
that's just a theory, but we'll never know that because Marvel would never admit to that.
Well, no. Why would they?
Never. Anyway, next we have the other one that you wanted to talk about is Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man.
Spider-Man. Spider-Man does whatever a spider can. Can he
So
sing from a web?
no, we can't. He's a
That's right.
pig.
Spider Pig.
So this one kind of came out of the blue, to be honest with you, along with another show that I was not expecting to be coming. And honestly, I don't know that this one is needed. It just
Sure.
feels kind of
Are you absolutely certain that it's not?
yeah. It feels unnecessary. It just feels like
Gasp!
filler.
How are you gonna say that
It's
about my boy?
it's spider filler. So,
I can't believe
according
you just said
to
that.
the
I can't
official
believe you
synopsis,
just said that.
I know.
Yes.
Spider-Man, Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man, will retell Peter Parker's MCU origin story from the lens of Spider-Man Homecoming. So if you guys remember Spider-Man Homecoming, that's the one with Tom Holland. He pops up in that movie with his powers already. He already has them. And so this show is going to take a story that we already know, that's already been told like a
5
dozen
million
times,
times.
and
5
just
million times.
slap that lens on it and tell it to us again. I have no idea if Tom Holland is going to
Reprise his
pop
role.
up in this one. Yeah, this is animated. It's
Oh,
not a
interesting.
live action thing. It is animated.
Interesting.
Yeah, this is another show where Daredevil is also supposed to pop up. So here's like number 5, where this man appears. If you remember the Peter Parker origin story, This is another one where Norman Osborn is supposed to be um, his
Nemesis.
his mentor,
Oh.
like
Oh, oh,
like
oh,
the
oh,
yeah,
Toby
like the
McGrath.
original Sam
Yeah, yeah,
Raimi
yeah, 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 yeah,
movies.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, 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 yeah.
So I don't know what else to say about this TV show except that it's the story that you already know in an animated form, uh, about a movie that you already know.
Yeah.
So there you go.
It's kind of strange to have a show nowadays over um a character that's been so has been redone, and
Well,
so many movies have already been out about this character, and
yeah, so they are going ham
like,
on the
yeah,
Spider-Man stuff.
super ham.
Yeah, there's
Super ham.
more coming out. I didn't put it um, in this set of notes because I didn't really know enough about it. But there's a female led spider show coming. It's called Madam Web.
That I knew
Um,
because I saw stuff about it.
oh, did you? Okay,
Yeah.
so that's in the Spider-Man family. Um, there's another animated show coming. I can't remember the name of that one, but it's a classic cartoon. It's not new. Um,
Oh,
and then we're getting something else that I just heard about a couple of weeks ago.
did you
Uh,
though?
I did, and now I can't remember. It was another show. Gosh, I can't remember what it was now. Um, yeah, so they're just going ham. I think the new show was about Miles, which is fine with me because his stories deviate um, from Pete's.
I
Um,
I
but
liked
yeah, they're just
um that version of Spider-Man.
Miles.
Yeah. But I mean, like,
Yeah,
I grew up with Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man, and
Sam
so
Raimi's Spider-Man.
everybody can rag on me about that, but I don't care. I'm not going to change my mind because people.
I mean, a lot of people are right there with you. That's why that part in the movie where all three of them are there together was so damn popular. People like lost their shit when all three of them showed up on the screen together.
I wish I'd seen that movie. I don't know about everybody else, but I kind of fell out of the MCU universe after Endgame. Actually, was the last movie that I'd watched, and I just was like, I'm done with this
A lot of people are there
fandom.
with you. Yeah, a lot of people are there with you. It's been a lot. Uh, Overload is a good word for what has been happening, and rightly so. A lot of the criticisms have been, oh, they kind of lost the plot of their own machine. Um, they there's no way that they can um, make this make sense anymore. There's just too much. We need to do homework before we go and watch the movies. Like it's yeah, it's a lot.
Yeah,
So I can't say I blame you.
it is.
It's it's really it's really gotten to a point where they do need to slow down um, and kind of reconsider um, the plot points that they want to hit. Uh, and also, I think they need to reconsider maybe how many characters they're adding because at this point, it's well over 150, and there's
Oh
no way that people can remember all that,
no,
and
I
it's
mean,
just
like,
gotten
I always
cumbersome.
I always thought that the Marvel in general, not necessarily the cinematic universe so much as just Marvel in general, um, was too much to take in. And I think a lot of people who are just coming in as fans of, you know, superheroes like in Marvel and even DC, like when you think about DC too, there's just so much going on. It's hard for new people to get in because I don't know about you guys, but I get overwhelmed pretty easily. And just the thought that there is homework I have to do, and not even that, that's only for the shows. That's not even for the comics. Is
Oh
a
yeah, no,
little
you can't even when you're thinking about this, you cannot think about the comics because A, um, those things have taken on a life of their own. They don't even follow their own stories anymore half the time. And
that's funny.
they restart over and over and
Oh
over,
yeah.
as comics are wont to do.
Yeah.
Um, and so you can't even take those into perspective when you look at this stuff
I
because
know,
it's
but
just
like I don't know. There's a lot going on in the MCU, just like in Star Wars and any of those big gigantic fandoms that are still working. There's just a lot to take in, and for anybody new coming in, it's just like, what is going on? You have to watch it from the very beginning, and
oh
sometimes
yeah,
it's
you
just
gotta
like,
watch it from the very beginning if you want to keep up.
and it can be hard when, especially it. And I'm just talking about in general. I'm not even talking about people who have, jobs and other responsibilities. Like there's not enough time. And when you want to like enjoy the more recent stuff, you really can't unless you know what's going on because you'll be so confused by what is happening that it gets lost in translation. You can't really enjoy a movie or a show when you're trying to struggle to figure out what the hell is going on.
So this might be a controversial statement I'm about to make,
Oh no.
but
We don't do
I know.
controversy,
Oh
Jesse.
yes, we do. I'm about to
No.
make one.
Nope. How dare you?
I enjoyed the Marvels for the reason that it did not take itself seriously, and it was a movie that you really didn't have to um, have watched the movie that came before or the two shows that came before. It was beneficial if you had, but you didn't have to understand what was going on. And most of the movies are not like that.
Well, that's good to know.
Yeah, and I know it was a panned movie. Most people did not like it, but I enjoyed it. It was fun. It was a
It's
fun Marvel movie.
everybody on YouTube's just like, okay, gonna have to cancel this
What the
this
fuck ever. When
person.
was the last time a Marvel movie was fun? I don't care. I said it.
Deadpool.
Okay,
I
that
enjoy Deadpool a lot.
that's fair. Moving on. The next show on the list is a What If spin-off, which sounds so odd to me. If you have not yet watched What If, the second season is better than the first, I will say. But What If is an animated show that reimagines uh, scenarios that have already happened in the MCU um, in a different way. So it's like, what if Steve Rogers was never found in the Arctic? What if all the
Was there really a an episode with that?
yeah, a lot of the episodes are like that. What
Oh,
if Tony Stark never developed the arc reactor? What if the Guardians of the Galaxy never
fascinating.
happened? And this spin-off is specifically what if all the Avengers turned into zombies? Because
Okay.
reasons. So this show is called Marvel Zombies. It is actually based off of a storyline that showed up in the comics, but this one is a spin-off from one episode of What If, and I don't know if that's enough to carry an entire animated show, but they're gonna try. The current MCU actors are returning to voice their zombified characters, and we're gonna
Fascinating.
see, yeah, we're gonna see some new characters also from the current MCU storyline. So we're going to see Kate Bishop. We're going to see Kamala Khan, who's apparently having a large role in this story. I actually think the actress who plays Kamala Khan pitched this idea to Marvel.
Oh.
Not sure why, but there you go.
Because she can?
Because she can. The gentleman who plays Shang-Chi has also said that he's gonna reprise his role, I think because Marvel is trying to make his character a larger part of the Avengers team now that most of the originals are leaving. I don't know what to think about this one, to be honest with you, because I remember that episode, and it was just meh. It was okay.
So I don't know if you remember this, and I couldn't tell you which one of the Marvel movies I saw had this in there. I'm gonna get so much flack, I think, if I get this wrong. I wanna say it was probably in Deadpool that someone had a vision, like a future sight vision, that showed like more of an apocalypse, but maybe a glimpse into like the undead. And I can't remember if it was specifically the undead. I know it was an apocalypse.
Yeah, so if I had to guess, that was probably Doctor Strange. Multiverse of Madness.
But I vaguely remember Deadpool being in there.
Oh. Then I don't know.
Well,
the only other the only other show that I remember Deadpool or show TV god dang it, the only other movie
Good job.
The Deadpool was in was X-Men.
Oh.
It's the only other MCU thing he's ever been in. So yeah, I don't know. I suppose it's possible that gosh, what movie was he in? Was it Apocalypse or was it no, it was before that. So yeah, no, it couldn't have been in that one. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. I just vaguely remember an apocalypse and that it was a possible future. And I know this was before I even watched Doctor Strange, so I am almost positive it wasn't in Doctor Strange. But who knows? Yeah. Maybe it was and I misremembered.
Yeah, see, when you start saying words like possible future, the only thing my brain goes to is Doctor Strange. But if he appeared as a flashback in X-Men Apocalypse, I can see that being a possibility. But as his old character, as the shitty version of Deadpool, the one with his mouth sewed shut and no suit, and he's the bad guy. Remember that version?
No.
The one that current Deadpool goes back in time and kills?
No.
Okay. So Deadpool's original iteration in the MCU movies is Ryan Reynolds as a bad guy in, I want to say it was X-Men Wolverine, but that might be wrong. And he shows up as one of the experiments. And he looks awful. He doesn't have any speaking roles because his mouth is sewed shut. And he's not wearing the Deadpool suit.
Much to Ryan Reynolds' detriment.
Much to Ryan Reynolds' chagrin, because he does go back and kill himself in that movie where he does all the killing of his own characters. Whichever one that was. I think it was the second one.
Yeah, what? No.
Oh, okay. I'm pretty sure.
When I tell you that I haven't watched any of the MCU after Infinity War, Endgame, I wasn't kidding.
I'm pretty sure it was the second one. Anyway. Where was I? Zombies.
Zombies!
What a dumb segue. Zombies is supposed to release sometime in 2024. Season 2 of What If is playing right now, and it's actually quite funny. So if you're looking for a good animated Marvel
I
show,
guess a
I would
good,
suggest What If.
lighthearted, like not gonna destroy you emotionally, kind
Oh, and
of.
no, and it's got Peggy Carter in it as Captain Britain. Which is pretty good.
Captain Britain.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Or Captain Carter.
Okay. Okay.
Is that her character? Yeah. It's Peggy. Who cares? Voiced by the woman who plays
I'm not even gonna lie,
gosh.
ears to pull out
Oh,
my
okay. Well.
earbud.
The lady from The Mummy.
Oh!
You know the one.
Yeah, Bay!
Yeah. Okay.
Like we're talking about Evie, right?
Yes, thank you. She
yeah,
voices
that's
Peggy
Bay!
Carter. Sure.
Like
All
every
right.
bisexual's dream right there.
Next, we have a series of shows that have no release date at all whatsoever, and we know virtually nothing about them,
That
with the
doesn't surprise
exception of
me.
one. So the first one up is Vision Quest. This show has been thought in Jon Favreau's head for a while. So this show we've known about for quite some time. It's just not ever gotten off the ground. This is another WandaVision spinoff. It's supposed to be about White Vision, the dude who wanders off at the end of WandaVision. You remember that when he splits himself and then the creepy
Vaguely.
white version just kind of flies away
Vaguely.
at the end of the show. Okay. So that's all we know about this one. No cast, no release date, no release window even, no plot, no nothing. Except that it exists. So who knows on that one. Yeah, the copy. He's supposed to have all of old Vision's memories.
Oh.
So that was his point. He was supposed to have all of old Vision's memories.
Interesting. Okay.
I don't know if he holds a purpose anymore. So I don't know what the purpose of this show is. The next one is called Wonder Man. This is a deep Marvel cut, you guys. I don't even know anything about Wonder Man. This is kind of this is Marvel's answer to Superman.
Oh, they're doing that?
Oh, well, this guy is not a new character. He's quite old.
Okay.
And Marvel and DC have been doing that since they, since the two of them have
dawn of time!
Since the dawn of comics time, they have been doing that. So the show is currently in production. We don't know anything about the story or an official release date. It's starring Yahya Abdul-Mateen. He's going to be Wonder Man. Ben Kingsley is apparently showing back up as that creepy actor guy that was in Shang-Chi.
The actor guy?
Yeah, so I know you didn't see Shang-Chi, but in Shang-Chi, he plays an actor who poses as the leader of this cult called 10 Rings.
Okay.
And he does it very well. And I love Ben Kingsley to death. So I'm glad that he's showing up in this show again as the same character. I just don't understand why. Because I'm confused. But, that's fine. Any reason to get Ben Kingsley in another show
Raisins!
is cool. Yeah, reasons. That's fine.
What do you think? What do you think, Aaron? What do you think? I must know your thoughts
Because
about
people
this.
love him. Yeah, that's a good enough reason. Was he also in the original Iron Man? I will have to look at. I don't know. I'll look at it right now.
What a twist!
Trevor Slattery. Oh, Iron Man
Wow!
3. That's where he popped up.
Wow! I got it. My poor Black Panther looks so tiny. Okay.
Yeah, he was the same person. He was the same actor. He's an actor playing an actor.
And
Playing a bad guy.
oh man, I forgot that I decided this character. Fuck. What are my other characters? We'll do this one instead.
Okay. So, the next, yes, the Mandarin. That was his character's name. The Mandarin.
Mandarin,
So we
like
have,
an orange.
yeah, yes, like an orange.
Oh,
Yeah. He had a top bun and a really long, kind of gross looking beard.
that's fucking rude.
Well, it was.
Ew, why do you gotta say it like
Sorry.
that though? Why you
It's
gotta
just
say
the
it like
truth.
Why do you gotta say it like that?
Okay, so the next one is
It's yours now.
also interesting.
Oh.
It's a second Wakanda series.
Oh.
It has no title.
Oh.
This one does have Ryan Coogler attached. It was his idea. And this one does have Okoye confirmed as a returning character.
Oh.
So this one is also a prequel.
To the
In
Wakanda
theory.
movie?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh.
Ryan Coogler is also rumored to be working on more than one series, more than one Wakanda series. So I don't know if that includes the one that we already talked about, or if he's priming other things. And I don't know if those other things include movies or if they're all TV shows at this point. I really have no idea. Nothing is confirmed, but whatever he wants to pop out for Wakanda is fine with me.
Oh. Okay.
Yep. I mean, he is the man that made Black Panther, so I fully
That's
trust
okay.
that
Okay.
whatever he wants to do will be amazing.
Yeah.
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 As long as he's on board, it will be good.
It will be
Literally
fine.
nothing else is known for this one. That's it. That's all we got.
Oh. Okay.
It just exists.
It just exists. It
Yep.
exists in our minds. Okay.
Yep. Last one up on the docket is a Nova series. So this one comes out of the Guardians of the Galaxy series. Did you
Oh.
see any of those?
I saw Guardians of the Galaxy 1.
Okay, that's enough. Do you remember the people with the very pointy spaceships? They go to this planet. It's very police heavy. It's
Isn't that
called
like the
Nova Prime.
galactic headquarters?
Yeah, where all the gold people are.
Oh, yes.
You remember that one? Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
I don't remember the
So
pointed spaceships, but when you said Nova Prime, I was like, that sounds like the galactic headquarters.
okay. So this is also untitled, and we don't
Interesting.
know much about this show, but we know a little bit. So, like I said, if you've watched Guardians of the Galaxy, you have at least been introduced to Nova. And we've been introduced to another hero that comes from this place. You have not seen the movie where he appears. but you did, well, no, you wouldn't have even seen the movie where he is speculative. So never mind. But his name is Adam Warlock. He is a golden douchebag.
Isn't
And I don't feel bad saying that. He's a good guy at the end of the third movie, but whatever. He's still a golden douchebag. The series is speculated to be about Thanos' attack on Xandar that happened off screen during Infinity War. So pre-Infinity War, Thanos goes to that planet, attacks, and he takes something from them. This is another one that has reportedly also experienced some development hell behind the scenes. So I don't know if we'll ever actually see this one or not, but it would be cool to have a kind of a Guardians tie-in now that the entire Guardians team is gone. And we're not going to be getting Guardians of the Galaxy as we know it anymore. So hopefully this...
Is that because of a plot thing or an actor thing?
No. So the Guardians of the Galaxy series was written by James Gunn to be a 3-part epic. I do think it does have something to do with James Gunn leaving for DC. But he did write it to be a 3-part epic. So it was always meant to be 3 movies. And that's fine. They were great movies. I like how it ended. I'm just sad we don't get any more.
It's okay.
Yeah.
It's okay,
So,
Jesse.
No release date on this one either. If we do get it, I'm sure it will be
plot
interesting. It'll be different for sure. Very very space-based, this one.
Aren't a lot of the movies like space-based though?
A lot of the movies, yeah, but a lot of the shows aren't. A lot of the shows have been very down to earth. Very earth-based.
Down to earth.
I mean, sort of. So to speak, they've been down to earth. Alright, that's it. That's all I got coming up on the docket. I already mentioned the one I didn't put on the list. Are you drawing an... I'm not going to say what I thought that was.
If you were going to say dick, that's rude.
No, I was not going to say.
You were not going to say dick.
No, I was going to say Ninja Turtle.
Oh. Not quite. Not even. No.
Okay,
not
so
Ninja Turtle.
A lot coming up for TV-based Marvel. Not so much movie-based Marvel, but I think we're all okay with that. And
are we okay with that? I don't know. You sound
a
little bit
No, we're all pretty pooped at this point with movie Marvel. I think they can let it go. They can let it ride for 2 or 3 more years and we'd all be fine, especially if it makes the movies better. I'm fine with that.
Are you though?
Yeah, anything to make the upcoming movies better.
You don't sound okay, Jesse. It's okay.
Anything
for
to
that.
make the movies better. I swear to God, if they fuck up the X-Men one more time,
wow,
I will not be able to watch any more X-Men anymore. There will be no hope for the X-Men.
My God. You're just like putting it on the table like, don't fuck this up, guys.
Well, I mean, they had their chance. They had so many chances. Now they just have to not screw it up.
Well, okay. Iron Man is correct.
Good job.
Damn, Jesse, you off your game or something? What the hell?
Nah, I wasn't even looking, to be honest.
How could you? I'm drawing over here for you, and you're not even looking. Like, I
Are
was
you drawing
hoping
for
this.
me, though?
I was hoping this go on the refrigerator. And now you like crushed my dreams of it ever
So
appearing on the
proud it goes on the
refrigerator.
refrigerator.
I just wanted you to be proud of me.
Always proud of you.
I, I wasn't expecting that. Hold up.
Hold up.
Oh no. Oh
What do you
no.
mean, hold up? Stream's
I was
over. That's all I got.
I was talking to myself.
Okay, fine.
I'm allowed to be crazy once a day.
All right. Well, what do you think about them upcoming projects? Anything sound interesting other than the Wakanda series, which I know you are particularly interested in?
I'm invested.
Invested, yeah. I think a lot of people feel invested in that property for
Anyway,
multiple reasons.
other things that I'm looking forward to. Them not fucking up. I don't know. I'm not really like into Marvel as much as I used to be.
Yeah. I think if they don't mess up Agatha, that one could be really good. So I'm hoping that's a show where that character can really shine and exceed. That was such a surprise, WandaVision.
Oh, more Moon Knight.
Oh, yeah. So they did, I think, confirm a second season of Moon Knight. But it's not even started production, and I think they did just confirm that just a couple of weeks ago. That would be a lot of fun. That show took me a second to get into, but yeah, I don't know if you've seen it, but once the first couple of episodes are over, and he really starts getting into his personas, it's quite good.
His personas.
Yeah, the character of Moon Knight is a guy who suffers from multiple personality disorder,
Oh.
and he he I cannot remember how this happens, but he winds up becoming a servant to an ancient Egyptian god.
Anubis?
As the titular Moon Knight.
Is it Anubis?
Hmm?
Is the ancient Egyptian god Anubis?
No, I think it's Bakhmut.
Oh. Oh yeah, okay. That makes sense.
Yeah. And yeah, so one of his personas is like this very sheepish pencil pusher. And one of them is like one of them is like a James Bond-esque super spy, and of course one of them is the Moon Knight, and then there's a fourth one that they introduced at the very end of the first season, and I can't remember at all what his personality is. His primary personality is a guy who is stuck in a mental ward in his own head that exists in his own head, and he can't get out.
Oh.
Yeah. So the funniest parts of the show happen inside his own head, where he encounters
a psychopath.
He encounters
Don't use
some
that term.
he encounters some of the other ancient Egyptian gods. The funniest part by far is he encounters an elephant god in his head, and it's just so funny. I can't even describe it, but
the fourth is a serial
that's a
killer.
very good show. Yeah. The Moon Knight is played by the same gentleman from Andor. Can't
Wait, the
remember that
main
guy's.
actor of Andor?
Yeah,
Uh,
yeah,
uh, uh, I can't.
yeah.
I
They
can't.
actually ran concurrently for a hot second. I don't know how he shot those so close together, but he did.
I just. That's a little. What?
Are
Brain cannot compute. Brain about to shut
you
down.
are you okay? Mark Spector. That's the character's name.
I'm sorry, but the
Oscar Isaac. There we go. The
melody
guy's
you are
name.
looking for is no longer available.
Alrighty, Melly. You got anything else before we go?
Um, thank you guys. That's all. Brain not functioning.
Brain
Brain.
does not compute.
My brain shut down the moment you told me the main character from Andor is the Moon Knight. And I can't.
Yeah.
I can't. I can't.
Kit Harington showed up too.
This is
They want to tie it into Blade. It's a whole thing. Because Marvel do what Marvel do.
um. Okay. Well, I got nothing, so I'm just gonna look at my very unusual looking, scary looking Iron Man slime.
Alright, well, thanks for coming, everybody. Next week, we will be talking about, mostly complaining about Palia,
Is it
which
Palea or
is,
Palia?
I don't know, actually, and I don't care.
Classic
I don't
Jesse.
know. I don't care. You're gonna say it your way. I'm gonna say it my way, and
Okay.
one of us will be wrong, and I don't give a shit who it is.
Duly noted. Yeah. Okay. Yep.
Yep.
Doesn't matter who's wrong, I guess, as long as everybody knows who is what we're talking about. Yes, next Saturday we will be talking about Palia or Palia, depending on how you look at it. The new MMO. I guess it's an RPG. I wouldn't really call it an
I mean,
RPG.
that's what they bill it as, but yeah, we could discuss that because I have thoughts on that too.
It is an MMO farm simulator. So if you think about Stardew or Harvest Moon or even like the old Facebook farming simulator, it is similar to those games, but as an MMO, so you're playing with multiple people online from all over the world. Um, there are definite thoughts
Yeah,
involving the
yeah,
game.
there are strong opinions about this game.
So come back next Saturday, same time, same place for this discussion, and we will talk about our very, very passionate opinions about Palia. So thank you guys for joining this stream. I had a lot of fun with the slimes, but it's interesting to hear about the different shows that MCU is trying, or I mean, not MCU, that Marvel is trying to push this year. So if you are a Marvel fan, look forward to some of these shows, or maybe you're dreading a couple of the shows coming out. Something food for thought. So if you guys haven't already, you should totally join the Panel Protagonist Discord server. We have interactive chats and doodle times, which I do live art and watch parties, which is up in the air right now because we're having issues.
I wish we
And
weren't, but there it is.
yeah, and game nights. Not to mention the bot games, which is both competitive and wholesome at the same time. So join the Panel Protagonist Discord server, if nothing else, to get your updates on Panel Protagonist stuff. There is a contest that happens every month for Portrait of the Month. You could get a portrait drawn by me. So it's just a great place to be. If you do not want to join the Panel Protagonist Discord server, follow me on Facebook and Instagram for everything Panel Protagonist related, as well as other art related stuff. Um, you can find out what is going on with the website and the store, which I have two new stickers in the melzawcomics.com store right now. The store is getting a digital rehaul, so I'm hoping by February, I'll have that digital rehaul done already and it will be live. So look forward to that. And I think the store is a little confusing right now, but it's getting organized, so look forward to all of that. And I'm gonna say this now because I know it's still like 3 weeks away, but the panel
I
protagonist
was, yeah, I was wondering if you were going to say anything about it. Do it!
Mel's Law Comics will be heading to Anime Gaming Expo in Fresno, California on February 3rd and the 4th at the Big Fresno Fairgrounds. If you are a resident in Fresno or even California or anywhere nearby, an Anime Gaming Expo is for you. I know there's a couple of good voice actors heading that way this year, so you definitely don't want to miss them. If you join the Discord server, you will definitely know who is coming because I like to post all the guests about a week before the show starts. So, yeah, with that, I think we are finished, Jesse.
Okay.
All right, well, panel protagonists out. Bye.
Bye!